Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tubby Time. Small disclaimer before we begin, I'm testing a new microphone so we can do better outdoor audio recording. So if the audio sounds terrible, it's because I don't know what I'm doing yet with this, but hey, we wing things here. So speaking of winging things, today we are winging something that is really, really cool, and it's a new addition to our newly installed outdoor kitchen, a work in progress, but behind me sits my new toy. This is my Old Country Barbecue Pits Brazos smoker. Just got it delivered this morning, 8 a.m. sharp. They were supposed to come at like 2, but that's okay. I don't need sleep. Today we are going to be going through modifications you need to make to this smoker and things you'll need to make your smoking experience easier and better. Second disclaimer of this video, I have no clue what I'm doing. I am brand new to smoking. I've never smoked anything in my life, but I wanted to go all out. So I picked up this bad boy. I'm going to do another video at some point about the my thoughts on this, the cons, the pros, but I don't want to do that yet because I don't know what I'm doing. So we'll wait till I do my first smoke on this. I'll post both videos in the description and in cards up top for you to check out when I do that. But today, like I said, we're going through the modifications that we're going to make to this and things you need. So without further ado, let's wing this and get started. This is water. This is not alcohol. It's about noon. I could probably start drinking now. Maybe I'll do that in a second. All right. So going through things I've purchased for the smoker. Like I said, no clue what I'm doing. I've been watching tons of YouTube videos from Andrew Franklin, from the Mad Scientist Barbecue. Check out their channels if you haven't. They're great for anyone that's first getting into smoking. I went out and took their advice and picked up some things that I think I needed for this smoker to get it working to the best of its ability. Now, you might be thinking, why would you buy something that's not working to the best of its ability? Well, this particular smoker does have flaws. Every smoker that you pick up is going to have flaws. The more you pay, the less flaws you're going to have. Makes sense, right? You get what you pay for. This is a middle of the line smoker. It didn't cost me $3 grand, but it didn't cost me $300. It cost me $1,000. So you're going to get good quality, but you're still going to have to make some adjustments to get the best cook you possibly can. So let's go through what I have here, and we will go through all the equipment. We will modify it, and then in a separate video, I'm going to do my seasoning on the smoker. This should be fun. If you're new to smoking, please leave a comment. This is new for me too, so I'm not going to claim I know what I'm doing. All right, the first two things I picked up off Amazon, and I'll post links for all these products in the description. I picked up some grill gasket and some high temp red RTV silicone. So what we're planning on doing with this is we're going to put this along the edges where the smoker door meets the edge of the actual smoker chamber. This is self-sticking, so it shouldn't have any problem sticking to the grill itself, but it's just black and it peels off. Hopefully I have enough. And then we're going to do some silicone beads around the edges just to add another layer of protection. This is high temp. This is made for vehicles, so this shouldn't have any problem withstanding the temperatures of the smoker. Another modification we're going to do is we're going to install a thermometer. This is an Old Country Barbecue Pits thermometer. It's like $12 or something. I got this from Academy Sports, same place I got the smoker from. It's a chain down in Texas. They have a lot of great products on their website for smoking and for outdoor cooking and sports, and I'm not into sports, so I'm just using it for smoking. So this thermometer, it's like I said, cheap, but it will work. And this smoker doesn't come with a thermometer, so that's very important. Please get this if you decide to pick up this smoker, and please check to make sure your smoker has a thermometer because you're going to need it to gauge the temp of the cooking chamber. The last thing I picked up that's not really a modification, but something that is necessary, is a metal bucket, and this is going to be used for grease. The smoker has a grease drip on it. Please pick up a smoker with a grease drip, grease opening. I forget what the technical term is, but we're just going to stick this under here. We don't have to attach it to the smoker or anything. It just catches the grease as it flows downward outside of the cooking chamber. If you don't have a grease strip on your smoker, all the grease from whatever you're cooking is going to build up in the bottom, and that's not good because you're going to have to clean that out. This one we can just push it out very quick and keep it nice and maintained. It's not going to rust or anything. Now, getting into the products I picked up to make the smoking experience easier for me. The first thing is a firebox tool, I guess you could call it. So it has two ends to it. This one, I'm assuming you can use to poke your fire and do whatever you have to do. And it actually has nice grip to it. It's not like the sturdiest thing ever, but it'll work. And then this end is for cleaning out the ashes in the bottom of your firebox. If you've never done this before, I have. If you've never left ashes in a fire pit, like a metal fire pit, if you do, it'll rust. So you always want to clean out your firebox when you're done smoking. Get all the ashes out and put them in a container, which reminds me, I didn't have to buy this. This was actually my grandfather's. This is just a metal bucket used for wood stoves. So I'm going to scoop my ashes into here. And this is what I do with my actual fire pit is I take the ashes out, clean it out, make sure it's ash free, and let these sit for a day or two before I dump them in my brush pile. Disclaimer for all you out there that don't understand ashes, please do not put your ashes into a plastic bucket or put them in your trash or put them in your house. Let them sit outside, let them cool off. Ashes retain heat very well and they will start a fire and possibly burn your house down. So keep that in mind. Keep them outside, keep them away from your house, keep them in something that will not burn. Also picked up a grill brush because you do have to clean the inside of the smoker on the grates. Now, this is a nylon grill brush. This is just a Charbroil brand, nothing special. I actually have knowledge of somebody who used to work with us that was hospitalized from using a metal cleaning brush. So the ones that have the metal strands on them, they do come off, they do get stuck, and she almost died. So I have no time to worry about that. I don't want to even consider buying a metal bristled grill brush. So I just went with the nylon one. Now, this one is not to be used on something that's hot. And for any of you that have purchased this in the past and may have went on Amazon and wrote a review that said this thing sucks because it melts, they put like 300 areas where it says, do not use this on a hot grill. So please do your research before you buy something and expect to use it on a hot surface. Yeah, this is to be used before grilling. So I think it'll work fine for the smoker. I have no idea. A lot of people really like this brush. We'll see how it works. And the thing to keep in mind is this smoker doesn't have grates that are typical. So they're not typical like grill grates. They're actually like, I'll show you later. Last two things I purchased were a charcoal chimney. This is going to be used for starting our charcoal. Many of you have charcoal grills out there. You know how to use charcoal. I've used a charcoal grill. I just haven't used an offset smoker. So I purchased this. I use my flat top for everything, so I didn't have this laying around. But this will be used to start our charcoal before we put logs into the fire pit. And I also went out and bought one of these forks. This is just to start the charcoal on fire. Now, in the past, I've used a propane torch. We're just going to use this. It's renewable. You don't have to go out and buy something. You can buy like those little straw things, little balls that I forget what they're called, but fire starters or whatever, or little bricks of flammable material. Don't use lighter fluid. Don't use something that's going to screw up your entire meal because you'll taste that throughout your meal, or so I've been told. So, well, you've grilled before where you've tasted lighter fluid. It's disgusting. So we're going to use this. Without further ado, let's get to putting our gasket on our grill. All right, guys, so we're over here at the smoker now. We have all of our tools we're going to need right here, our silicone, our gasket, thermometer, adjustable wrench, and some scissors. I just want to go through why we're doing what we're doing and how it's going to work. So first thing, what's sort of nice, even though this doesn't come with a thermometer, you do have an opening for a thermometer. So you don't have to install one, but there is a hole that's pre-drilled. We're just going to take that bolt off and install the thermometer right there. Now, there are some videos out there. Andrew Franklin has one of them where he actually puts a thermometer right down here, which would be equidistant, or which would be the middle of the smoker if you had a brisket over here and your firebox over here. So that gets the temperature of the heat that's traveling through. I'm just going to put it here because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to drill holes. Next thing to take a look at is where we're putting the gasket. Now, as you can see, possibly, that edge that travels up around. So like just looking here, this edge right here. Now, there's a ton of steel. That's 1/4-inch steel that's on the smoker. It's going to make great heat retention, but problem is when you have this lip, when you close it, you got a lip there. And smoke is like water. It will travel out, and we don't want that. So we're going to put that gasket on there. And talking about the grill grates like before, as you can see, they're not like typical grill grates. I don't know what you call this pattern. I forget, but this is a little bit difficult to clean. So that's why we got that nylon brush, and it shouldn't be a problem cleaning it with a cold grill. And then last but not least, let's take a look at the grease strip, which is right there. We're just going to put our bucket right on the ground. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so I have my silicone gasket here. I'm just going to start peeling it off. Like I said, hopefully I have enough. We're going to do, more importantly, this area here in between, or for the actual cooking chamber. And then we'll do the firebox too if we have enough. Trying not to cover the camera, but it's a little difficult. Let's take a look at that top area. Looks pretty good. I do want to close it just to see what we're working with. See if it actually makes a difference. You can see it's sort of sticking out there, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's do the bottom side now. And I think with the heat, this is going to be much, much better. Or the glue will stick better, I should say. Now, I'm not really pulling it. I'm just going slowly, taking the backing off. I'm tightening it up a little bit. Looks pretty good. It was easier than the top, I would say. Let's watch Kayla water flowers.
Stop.
You look beautiful.
What happened? Did stupid raccoon fall in it or something? Look at that.
It's probably dying. All right, I don't know if you need to see me put the rest on. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, so I'll come back when we're done. All right, so first annoying thing I found. I was done putting the stripping on, or the gasket, and when I closed this, it wasn't sitting even. This was popping out down here. There was a huge space running up to about here. There we go, running up to about there. So I said, okay, well, something's screwed up. Well, come to find out, this was actually pretty sealed up top. This whole area was probably pretty good. So my suggestion to anyone who's like me and doesn't know what they're doing yet, start down here and work your way around the sides, or I should say start up here. So start at the top like I did, and then work your way around the sides, and then finally to the bottom, which would be the top of the smoker lid. I had to rip half of the stripping off, so it probably didn't even need it. It's sitting better now, better than it was, but we'll see how the heat sort of works and how the smoke comes out when we do our seasoning. So just keep that in mind. I hate wasting stuff, but it had to be done because it was pretty bad. So next we're going to install our thermometer. So we have this bolt here. We'll just take this off. And if you ever decide, oh, I don't like this thermometer placement, you can just put the bolt right back in, which is sort of neat. This particular thermometer comes with a nut on the back. So make sure you get one with a nut because they do sell them without them. Oh, this is also a 3-inch stem. You can do, I think, 3.5 and 4. I just did 3. So I'm just going to place it in very carefully. Screw it in like so. Want to be very careful because if we screw it too much, you'll screw the calibration. So we never want to screw it from up here. I'm actually grabbing the bottom right now. I'm being very, very gentle. I don't even need a nut, honestly. All right. That's as good as we're going to get it. I don't want to yank it anymore. Thread the nut on, if I remember how to do that. From 6th grade shop class. There we go. Finger tight. All right, now we don't touch it. That's it. Don't touch it. Now we're going to do our silicone beads. I'm just going to run it right along the top here. I suck at this. So, oh yeah, I just screwed it up. I don't have a steady hand. What?
I forgot there was a step.
Yeah, that's not neat. I'm not good at this. It hurts my hand. Ugh, I'm not in shape. I'm going to cut a little more off because it's actually legitimately hurting my hand. Why is this so difficult? Oh, that's better. Looks like crap. My grandfather would not be proud of me, but that's what it's looking like. Looks great, doesn't it? So we'll let that dry. I'm going to do the firebox next. But that's basically it. I mean, I don't think you need to watch me do the firebox. It's pretty self-explanatory. So that's prepping your smoker for its first seasoning, or its only seasoning, I guess. Like I said, I'm going to post a video doing the seasoning. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments of this. This is new to me, guys. I don't know. I wanted to bring you along and show you what I was doing and show you how not an expert does it. Because for me, everything's difficult. So if you liked what you saw, please drop a like and a comment. Subscribe to our channel. We hope you tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching again. And good luck cooking. Remember, we wing the recipes for putting together smokers so you don't have to. Take care till next time.